Straight ahead on this special edition of OC News, we spent a few weeks researching some of the stories that we found particularly important to us and our campus community.
So sit back and watch this magazine edition of OC News. Welcome to this special edition of OC News. I'm Krish Parikh.
And I'm Erica Guerra. College students and credit cards. It's a match that can spell trouble. We'll give you some tips. Downtown Santa Ana is changing. It's becoming the trendy place to hang out, and not everyone is happy about it.
Cal State Fullerton's soccer coach is teaching his team about life on and off the soccer field. And a manager for the CSUF men's basketball team is getting his 2 minutes of fame on the court. We'll explain.
But first, the number of young people suffering from depression continues to climb. It's an alarming statistic. The numbers for depression are increasing among high school students and college students. Even younger people are facing higher numbers for this illness. Research shows 2 to 3% of children ages 6 to 12 may have serious depression. Individuals between 18 to 25 are the most prevalent to have a major depressive episode. I took a look of how depression can affect people's everyday life.
The craziest things come through your head. You could be washing dishes and just look at the glass that's in your hands and contemplate on breaking it and slitting your own wrists. I know that's gone through my head plenty of times.
Jesse Alvaro is one of the 16.2 million adults in the United States with a major depressive episode in a given year.
Clinically speaking, I was diagnosed with depression in my mid-20s. I believe I was 25 when I was diagnosed with depression. I feel like in general though, I've dealt with it my whole life. I was diagnosed with anxiety, bereavement, caregiver distress, major depressive disorder, recurrent episodes. It was bad to where I couldn't go to work.
Reports say the numbers continue to rise. Having parents or other relatives with depression may be a risk. Other possible reasons are an imbalance in the neurotransmitters in the brain, a poor diet consisting in a lack of proper vitamins and high sugar. Drugs and alcohol are known to be connected to depression. Many prescribed medications that people need, such as Xanax and Valium, list depression as a side effect. Stressful life events such as grief and loss are possible causes for depression.
Susan Kenedy suffers from long-time depression.
I just think that you have to have a purpose. I don't care if you're retired. You can be 80 and still go out there and help somebody else or be involved, volunteer. You gotta get dressed and get up, period.
Dr. Professor Bryce is a counselor and trained therapist at Cal State Fullerton University and elaborates on how to get help.
People with depression shouldn't blame themselves. They should know that it's not their fault that they're feeling this way. And they should try to reach out to others for as much support as they can get. And not be ashamed to also seek help from a mental health therapist. Therapists are very much equipped to help individuals manage and find new ways to cope with the depressive symptoms.
You have to push yourself. If you're gonna beat depression, you have to commit. You decide, you commit, and you will succeed.
To seek help, you can contact your local doctor to connect to a psychiatrist or physician. For help on campus, contact Mental Health Services at 714-278-3040. Therapy helps and is nothing to be ashamed of.
Having a credit card as a college student may benefit you in many different ways, but for those of you who don't know how to use a credit card properly, a credit card may be risky and feel like a huge responsibility. It may be just a simple swipe, but it's easy for students to fall into a swamp of debt.
Money, money, money. For many college students, money is something that cannot be ignored.
Especially when money exists in a card form, it's easy for college students to lose track of how much money they're spending.
According to Debt.com, the soon-to-be college graduates has average of 1.35 credit cards, and 33% of college credit card users have made at least one late payment, and 31% have maxed out their credit card limit. Erica Espinoza is a 24-year-old college student who got her first credit card at 18, and she is struggling with keeping her credit card bills.
If
I feel like I'm drowning every month trying to get these bills paid, trying to like pay for school, get to class, and like pay gas, and still trying to go out, have the gym, do this, but it's like really hard when you have something that like basically ties you down.
Because it's hard to keep track of money, some college students choose not to have a credit card anymore.
I don't necessarily have a credit card anymore. I mostly just use my debit card because it's easier for me to keep track of the money, know exactly what money I have.
According to LexingtonLaw.com, the average credit card debt for Generation Y, which includes most of the college students' age range, exceeds over $4,000. As the America's total credit card debt continues to rise, it is crucial to know the proper way to manage the credit card and understand the importance of good credit history.
First, pay off your entire current balance every weekend, okay? And the second is to set up an alert with the credit card issuer that will send you an email or text message when your current balance exceeds 10% of your available credit. Final suggestion is to not apply for any additional credit until when it's absolutely needed.
Using credit cards can be risky, but when used responsibly, a credit card can help you build a good credit score.
In order to have a good credit history in the future, don't forget to pay on time, set an alert, and think twice when you apply for a second credit card. I'm Jenny Cho.
Coaches are often judged by their past results. Some are judged by the way they handle the media. But there's one coach at Cal State Fullerton who will probably be best remembered for the work he does with his players off the field. It's not that he isn't coaching soccer, but he is. But he is also coaching these athletes in skills that will last a lifetime. "30 years in the business and 4 Big West championships with UC Irvine earned George Koons an offer at Cal State Fullerton in 2013. But with all his championship pedigree, the father-like figure he embraces with his players often goes unnoticed. For assistant coach Carlos Aguilar, it's something he's seen for 11 years.
Oh man, Coach Koons, it's a lot, man. I've been through it with him. I think it's 2008, so it was 11 years. So family-oriented individual, caring person, loyal, hardworking individual, and wants to compete.
A caring person that uses soccer to educate his players about the importance of a proper education. Koons sees an advantage for student athletes that want to be professional, but also obtain a degree to have something to fall back on. College came first for Koons after constant knee surgeries prevented him from continuing his dream of playing pro. In addition, he was drafted by the Phoenix Fire, but the team folded in 1980. He found a new passion for coaching after he was invited to a club team his father was part of. Coaching sparked his passion to help students achieve their dreams. A diamond like George Reyes, a player Koons wanted to recruit to UC Irvine, but his transcript wasn't good. Koons gave him advice to attend a junior college in order to apply to UCI.
I went out there, I played for a semester over there, and I wasn't too successful academically. So I came back and he was now recruiting my brother, and he was kind of on me, telling me to stay on my grades and making sure that I was still playing because he still wanted me at Irvine. And I didn't want to let him down, so I took a bunch of units at Santa Ana College, and I ended up applying for UC Irvine.
Now an assistant coach, Reyes passes down the advice Koons gave him to new soccer athletes who dream of playing professional.
He wants to make sure that kids know that he's here because he loves them, basically, and that he's well invested in their future. He knows what it takes to win at this division, but more importantly, he knows what it takes to be successful academically and be successful after school.
He also knows how to be successful on the field, having won 3 Big West championships in 5 years with the Titans, and has coached 16 players who have played or been drafted by Major League Soccer. But is an NCAA title in the horizon for Fullerton?
Everywhere he's gone, he's won. So I mean, that's the main reason we came over here, to win a national championship. I think if that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't be here.
Even though he didn't commit to winning an NCAA championship, Koons is confident that his work will bring excitement to his spectators at Titans Stadium. Rather than winning championships, he wants to cherish the moments watching his recruits walk to obtain their diploma. From Titans Stadium, I'm Eduardo Hernandez, OC News. George Reyes now has a master's degree and is currently teaching at Santa Ana College. Coach Koons can talk hours about stories like this and looks forward to make an impact on his athletes' lives on and beyond the field.
Downtown Santa Ana, or better known as 4th Street, was known for their quinceañera stores, churros, and Hispanic population. But all that is changing. Let's take a look. Downtown Santa Ana has been a traditional shopping area for Latinos, but all that is changing.
You know, we're here for the neighborhood. We basically came here to bring them something different. We're not here to like push people out or like take away from it. We're here to just make it different. There wasn't a skate shop in downtown Santa Ana, so we opened a skateboard store because these kids are going to Huntington Beach, going to Fullerton, going wherever to buy a skateboard when there's so much skateboarding. People use skateboards in this city more as transportation even. And so it was like almost like we needed to open a store that catered to that.
Francis' success is causing friction among first-time businesses.
Al principio era puro casi 100% hispano. Y ahora ya hay diversidad y entonces ya las ventas han caído y pues estamos buscando la manera de acoplarnos pues a la gente que viene.
Jose has been working as a food vendor for 26 years in downtown Santa Ana, but due to the new trendy stores, his sales have dropped 50%.
Ahorita las ventas están despacio, muy calmado y pues estamos esperando a ver de qué manera nos beneficia todo este cambio.
Although Jose is optimistic in his business getting back on track, an employee from Mertena Ilusión Bridal is not giving up on keeping her shop open.
Tratando de tener la mejor precios, buscándole de alguna manera, trabajando más, porque tenemos que trabajar más. Si antes pagábamos para que nos hicieran por ejemplo, un cojín, ahora no, lo tenemos que hacer nosotros porque ya no podemos pagar para que alguien lo haga. Entonces, antes era más fácil y ahora no. Tenemos, por ejemplo, si un ramo no tenemos en su color o algo, lo tenemos que hacer también. Cosa que pues no había necesidad antes de hacerlo. Pero tenemos que hacerlo para poder mantenernos aquí.
The changes here in downtown Santa Ana are becoming more apparent each day. As you can see behind me, there's a coming soon sign of a new trendy store. But just 1 block away, we have Hilda's business of an old traditional quinceañera. Despite Hilda believing her business is being in jeopardy due to the new trendy stores, some shoppers like the changes that have been made on 4th Street.
I like it personally because I think this is dope. I think having a place like 4th Street, having places like the 4th Street Market and the Worst Koosh knockoff thing, like I think that's awesome because it gives me stuff to do, places to hang out and all that. So I enjoy it personally.
Although some visitors like the change in downtown Santa Ana, we will have to wait to see the outcome of the first-time businesses. Reporting for OC News, I'm Mary Ledesma.
Cal State Fullerton's men's basketball team didn't finish the season how they anticipated. They fell short in the conference championship game, but they still made national headlines, and it wasn't because of a player or coach.
Meet Sammy Jones. He's the team manager for Cal State Fullerton's men's basketball team. He loves basketball so much that he spends his time away from class helping manage the team.
So I really had no idea that this position ever existed when I came to Cal State Fullerton. So I did my own research about the staff, about the program, and then I came to a couple workouts over the summer. I enjoyed most of what I was doing, so I just asked, and I got the position, and here I am today.
As a team manager, he does just about everything for the team on and off the court.
They really vary day to day. For the most part, rebound for the guys, grocery shopping, laundry on the road, room checks on the road, which is probably the worst part just because I don't want to snitch on any of the guys, but they're usually in their rooms anyway.
This is where Sammy Jones has sat every game for the past 4 years. The coaches didn't want all his hard work to go unnoticed, so they let him suit up for a game. But little did he know that he'd be making national news right over there.
Coach Smith brought the idea up to Coach Taylor. They both approved it, and then it was just that whole process of getting cleared by the NCAA. I had to fill out a ton of paperwork. I had to get a physical, and then the coaches took the rest of it.
He is suiting up tonight. He got clearance from the NCAA to do so. And he will suit up for senior night next week against Hawaii. Just a great moment, and he will dribble off some time here. Sammy Jones gets some spotlight here. And he got the basket and the foul! You talk about putting a phenomenal exclamation point on this victory for the Titans. He did it right there.
When I got in, there was only, I think, like 30 seconds left, and we were up by 9. So the game was pretty much over. So I thought for sure I was just going to hold it, get a turnover, which I was okay with because I'd still be in the stat sheet. So I'm pretty sure I made the only move that I have in my repertoire. And I got to the rim, I went in, and I got fouled. And after that, I can't tell you what happened. I know Khalil picked me up, but I mean, I kind of just went blank.
I didn't know how to put it into words, how I was feeling at that moment, but I think it was just a really good moment for him. And I don't know, like I said, I just think he deserves it for everything he's given to this program as a manager.
That video of Sammy making that shot had swept through America. Networks such as ESPN, House of Highlights, and shows like College Game Day on ESPN were giving shout-outs to Sammy Jones, the team manager who made the basket.
I woke up and my phone was just blowing up. People were texting me saying, you made it on ESPN. I got all these Twitter notifications. So to see ESPN pick it up was just incredible. I mean, I know every kid grows up wanted to be on ESPN, and there I was. Sammy Jones is now looking forward to graduating with a bachelor's degree in communications with an emphasis on print journalism. His memorable shot will always be enshrined in Cal State Fullerton's men's basketball history. Now, being on ESPN, that is a dream of mine, so I can only imagine how he was feeling throughout this whole process. What did you think about the story?
No, I thought it was a really inspiring story. I don't really hear too many people going through that story and getting to where he is at today. What more can you tell me about that?
Honestly, it was one of my favorite stories working on this entire semester. And I'm also excited that we're going to be graduating soon, a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's going to do it for OC News. Thanks for joining us. We had a blast this semester.
OC News will be off for the summer, but a new crew will be back here in fall.